These days, athletes have to be real careful about who they end up choosing to marry, because if they choose the wrong spouse, they end up losing more than just a wife or husband. Here are all the athletes who went broke because of their wives. Starting off with a famous one, Dennis Rodman. This basketball player made a huge impact in the NBA back in the 80s and 90s. Rodman was known for being a fierce role player on the Detroit Pistons, where he helped the team win 2 titles under the leadership of Isaiah Thomas. But that's just the start of his impressive career. When he joined forces with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls, they went on to win a whopping 72 games and a championship too. In total, Rodman won 5 championships, was named to 2 All-Star teams, and won 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards over the course of his 14-year NBA career. It's estimated that he made a cool $27 million in his playing days, which isn't that surprising, considering how good he was. The surprising part is that while Rodman was a force to be reckoned with on the court, his personal life was a bit of a roller coaster. He's been married 3 times, with his first marriage to Annie Bakes ending early in his career, and his second marriage to actress Carmen Electra lasting just 1 year. However, it was his longest marriage to Michelle Royer that caused a lot of trouble for Rodman. Michelle filed for divorce in 2004, but the couple didn't officially split until 2012, and when they did, it was revealed that Rodman owed over $80,000 in child support and was bankrupt. Yikes. Now, Rodman isn't the only NBA athlete who went broke because of his wife, and you've definitely heard of this next one, Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson, aka The Answer, had a legendary career in the NBA. He was a scoring machine, putting up points in bunches and wowing crowds with his handle and quickness. Iverson was a force to be reckoned with on the court, racking up 11 All-Star appearances, and even winning the MVP award in 2001. But as wild and entertaining as he was on the court, Iverson's off-court life was just as thrilling. Unfortunately, all that hard partying and lavish lifestyle caught up with Iverson and took a toll on his finances. And things only got worse when he and his wife Tawana divorced in 2011, mostly because he was so bad at budgeting. Guys, this is a guy who once spent $23,000 in a single day. And what did he do with it? He went to a jewelry store, a hotel, and a steakhouse. You do the math. Anyways, little did Iverson know, the real shocker was yet to come. Tawana dropped a bombshell on him that would rock his world and send him spiraling into financial trouble. But what exactly happened? Well, first, Reebok saved his financial crisis by agreeing to pay him $32 million when he turned 55. Then, with no money trouble anymore, Iverson decided to try and save his marriage and did something really stupid. This time, he and Tawana signed a post-nuptial agreement with strict stipulations: no physical or verbal abuse, therapy for addiction, marriage counseling, and no cheating. But Iverson just couldn't seem to keep it together and broke not one, but every single one of them. As a result, Tawana filed for divorce in 2013 and was awarded every single penny he had received from Reebok. It just goes to show that sometimes the consequences of our actions can hit us hard in the wallet. Moving on, let's talk about how this one star wasted all of his NBA money. Yes, it's Latrell Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell is a prime example of what happens when you don't know how to handle your finances properly. This stellar athlete had a sick 13-year NBA career, but by the end, he was broke AF. So there's gotta be one major question on your mind right now. What went wrong? Well, for starters, Latrell said no thanks to a $21 million contract offer from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ouch! It was just one of many poor financial decisions that caused him to lose his entire fortune. By 2005, this guy was selling all his assets just to get by. Turns out, Latrell wasn't the best at paying his taxes. He owed the state of Wisconsin a ton of back taxes, to the tune of $3.5 million. And if that wasn't bad enough, his ex-wife sued him for a whopping $200 million. Yikes! Latrell even had to say goodbye to his precious yacht and had his house foreclosed. But here's the good news. As of 2022, Latrell is apparently living living the life and is doing just fine. Lesson learned: always get a financial advisor to help you handle your dough, which is probably what this next athlete should have done. Terrell Owens. This guy was a beast on the field and had one of the most impressive careers in the NFL. 6 Pro Bowl appearances, top 5 in nearly every receiving stat category, and a 14-year career. T.O. was a force to be reckoned with, but despite all the success on the field, Terrell found himself in a bit of a financial pickle off the field between bad investments, divorce, and some hefty child support payments. Owens was left almost broke. With 4 kids from 4 different women, Owens was paying an insane $44,000 a month in child support alone, and in 2011, he even told a judge in a family court dispute that he was struggling to make ends meet. Apparently, $125,000 went out of his pocket per month towards mortgage and child support payments. Now, did you know that Mike Tyson went broke because of his wife too? This guy was a force to be reckoned with in the ring, and his fights were must-see events. But as with many of the athletes on this list, and off this list too, to be honest, his personal life was plagued with drama. Let's start with his first marriage to Robin Givens. According to Tyson in his 2013 memoir, she and her mom cooked up a scheme to get their hands on some of his millions. They got hitched after she claimed to be pregnant, but 3 months in and not a single pound gained, she suddenly had a miscarriage. And without a prenup in place, Robin walked away with a whopping $10 million settlement. Now, Tyson isn't broke, but losing that kind of cash has to sting. It just goes to show you that even the toughest of athletes can fall victim to messy divorce settlements. This last one is gonna stun you. Finally, how could we ever forget about Tiger Woods? This guy was a prodigy from the moment he swung a club on the Mike Douglas show at just 2 years old. And man, did he live up to the hype. From 2000 to 2009, Tiger dominated the golf world like no one else had before. He had an unbeatable game and a fierce determination that made him a force to be reckoned with on the greens. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. In 2010, Tiger's personal life took a major hit when his wife caught him cheating with a whole bunch of party girls and celebrities. And let's just say, things got pretty wild from there. His ex-wife walked away with a huge settlement, and Tiger nearly lost his entire career. And that's all for athletes who went broke because of their wives. See you in the next one.